Hi friends, welcome back to my channel and welcome if you are new. I'm so glad that you are here. So today we are making a quick dinner that we are going to make extras with so that we can stash some in the freezer for later. Let's get in the kitchen. All right friends, so we today are making a Tater Tot Casserole. Abby and I love Tater Tot Casserole. It's a very nostalgic dish from our childhood. What kid did not love Tater Tot Casserole? Super tasty. Lots of ways that you can do it. Today we're making a chicken bacon ranch Tater Tot Casserole. So this is gonna be one that I'm gonna be able to make it tonight. I'm actually going to use some of my freezer containers that I got off of Amazon. I will leave a link for these in the description for you guys. I've shown these a few times before. I love these containers. They come in a 2-pack like this. So you get the bigger container and you get the smaller container with it. These are freezer safe, microwave safe, oven safe, dishwasher safe. They are safe for all the things. It makes them super easy to use. I believe you get 5 or 6 of these sets in a box. I'll double check that, but like I said, I'll leave a link for you guys in the description box. So we're gonna make one tonight. We're gonna make the whole recipe. We're gonna make one. We're gonna cook it tonight and have it for dinner. We're gonna put 2 of these in the freezer. So we'll have dinner for next month or whenever we decide that we wanna have this and I need something quick. I'll have this stashed in the freezer. I did that with another meal. It's gonna be in the playlist for our fall freezer prep. You'll see that recipe in there, and I use these containers as well. But we're gonna get started on our Tater Tot Casserole. We need to get this in the oven so that it can cook and it'll be ready when my husband gets home for work. So we have all of our stuff laid out here. We have our tater tots, we have our ranch dressing powder, we have our bacon, we have some sour cream, we have some cream of chicken. I'm using a cream of chicken and herb just to add a little extra flavor to it. We've got some cheese that we'll grate up in a minute. We've got 2 chicken breasts here. These need to be cooked with some onion before they go in the casserole. So we need to get these chopped up into small pieces. This is just some chicken breasts that I put in the freezer that I seasoned up with just some seasoning, nothing, like flavor specific. This was just, I believe this was just some Kinders that I put on this. I don't have the package right in front of me, but I had labeled it when it went in the freezer. And so this was just some Kinders just to give it some flavor so that I had something pre-marinated that as it thawed out today while I was at work, that it would be marinating as it thawed and it would be tasty and ready for whatever I chose to do with it when I got home. I did not have a plan when I got home. I hadn't really made a plan. I just took the chicken out and figured I would figure out something to do with it, whether we grill it or I make something like this. And we have been having some severe heat waves here in the Northwest where I live. And our temperatures last week were well over 100 for several days in a row, which was not something that I am a super big fan of. I don't like the heat. I am a fall girl. I love the fall season, and that is what I'm looking forward to. So today our temperatures are only in the 70s, which is nice. It's kind of cloudy. We had a little bit of rain this morning. So that got me thinking while I was at work, this would be a perfect day to have a nice casserole for dinner. So I decided to go ahead and whip up this Tater Tot Casserole so that I could get this in my freezer and ready for us to enjoy sometime later in the fall. So I've got a skillet. Try not to get chicken on everything. I'm gonna put this chicken in here. I'm gonna cook the chicken first and then I will put the onion in because I don't want my onion to get All right, our chicken's going over there. Let's go ahead and cut up a little bit of onion. I love the smell of this Kinders. This is what we used on our chicken before we put it in the freezer. I think we can go ahead and add a little bit more. Because all this is going to do is just really flavor this chicken. Let's go ahead and mix up our cream base that goes in our tater tot casserole. We need some sour cream. And that's going to get mixed in with our cream of chicken soup. We're going to go ahead and just add the rest of this. I hate putting just a little bit of something back in the fridge. It's a pet peeve of mine. If there's just a tiny bit of something left, I don't want it back in my fridge. I want to just use it and get rid of it. All right, so as I said, we're using some cream of chicken and herb soup. I love that they have all these different cream of chicken soups that have the seasonings already in them. It makes it super nice for crock pot meals, for casseroles, all the things. What I wish that Campbell's would come out with is a cream of chicken soup that is like a Mexican flavor. Some kind of a taco chicken would be really tasty, because that would be good for some of the enchiladas that I make. I make a cream-based chicken enchilada that has cream of chicken soup in it with green chilies, and it's super tasty, and that would be super fun if Campbell's would come out with something like that. That would be nice. All right, let's give this a little stir. We're going to go ahead and grate up some cheddar cheese. I have my favorite cheddar cheese. This is Bandon cheddar cheese, and as I said in a previous video, this Bandon, Oregon is very close to me. I'm only with about 3 hours from there, and so I'm excited that we can get local cheese like this in our stores. But let's go ahead and look and see how we look for cheese for inside. Let's give that a quick little stir. We need to add our ranch powder to it. I think we can do a little bit more, but let's go ahead and add some ranch powder to this. It says to put in 1 ounce. I'm just gonna eyeball it. I'm going to say that's probably enough ranch. Just give that a stir. And I think I'll have enough to do 3 casseroles. We'll see. I'm going to start off with 2 and see how the 2 looks, and if I can do a 3rd, then I will. But you know, friends, even if you just get 1 extra thing in the freezer, that is such a blessing when times are busy and you've got lots of things going on, especially with kids going back to school right now and starting with all of the fall sports and everything. It's just really helpful if you've got things already in your freezer ready to go. Okay, I think that looks good. That's a good cheese amount in there now. So we're gonna go ahead and dump our chicken and our onions. We're gonna get this all stirred up. Get our chicken coated in that sauce that we just made with our cream of chicken soup and our sour cream and our ranch dressing and our cheese. Let's give this a quick little stir. Okay, So how this one gets assembled is a little bit different from any other tater tot casserole that I have made in the past, and I've made a lot of them. So as I said, I'm just gonna make 2 to start off with, just to see how full these are, and if I can squeeze another one out of it, I will. So this recipe calls for tater tots on the bottom and tater tots on the top. So that was a little bit unusual for me. So since this is not a very big pan, I don't need a ton of tater tots on the bottom of this. We're just gonna put a layer on the bottom. You can get one more right here. Get some in this pan. And then we're gonna put tater tots on top. If you wanted to make this more of a one dish type thing, so that you don't have to think about what kind of a side or what kind of a veggie am I gonna have with this, you could add your veggies to this. You could add some mixed veggies if you wanted to. You could just add some green beans or just some corn. Whatever kind of veggies your family likes to eat, that's what I would put in this. And I think it would be amazing, and then you wouldn't have to think, but you just put this in the oven and you'd be ready to have your meal without even thinking about it. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and put some of our mixture, spoon this over the top of our tater tots. You wanna have a good amount of filling. That's why I said I don't know that I'm gonna get 3 out of this. I'm only gonna get 2, I think. So we're gonna go ahead and fill these, get our tater tots all covered. We'll see where how we're looking after we get this filled. Now, like I said, these are little containers because it's just my husband and I, so I don't need a big 9 by 13 casserole dish full of something. It's too much for us. My husband does not like leftovers that much. He'll eat them once and that's about it. So we don't really need to have a big 9 by 13 pan full of any particular casserole or whatever it is. We don't need. So, you know, friends, it looks like we might get 3 out of this, which is perfect. I'm happy to have 2 in my freezer. Cook 1 tonight and freeze 2. That's gonna be perfect. All right, we're done with our ranch. Let's move that out of the way. Let's pull up another container. Let's get some tater tots in the bottom of this one. And this is something that people don't realize, is that it takes you as much time to make a full recipe of something as it does to cut a recipe in half because you don't want the whole thing. This is a prime opportunity to make the whole recipe, freeze part of it, put it away for another day when you don't have time to cook something and you just need something super fast on the table. Get your family fed and get to whatever you've got going that evening. So this will be perfect for that. And as I said before, you guys can put your veggies in it if you want to make this more of a one pot kind of thing. So you just put the whole thing in the oven. Or like I said, these pans are microwave safe, so they can come out of the freezer and into the microwave safely. All right, let's go ahead and put the rest of this filling on here. This makes me excited, friends. I'm excited to have, I thought I was only gonna get 2 out of this batch. And the fact that I got 3 is super exciting because we'll have a little bit of casserole and I'll be able to make some veggies on the side. Whatever veggies I have on hand that night, I'll be able to use those veggies. Okay, there's that. So now we are going to take our bacon and we're going to sprinkle some bacon. I'm just using this Great Value brand real bacon pieces. This is the best bacon I have found. honestly, when it comes to bacon bits. I've tried several different brands. None of them compare to the Great Value brand. It's just amazing to me how much better it tastes. So we're just gonna sprinkle some of this on here. You don't want to get too heavy because we've got a lot of salt going on in here with the cheese and the soup and the seasonings that we already put in it and all that stuff. You don't want to go too heavy on the bacon because it is pretty salty because it's bacon. But I think that right there is going to be a good amount on all of those. Now we need to come back in with some tater tots. So we're going to take one of these. We're going to put a little bit of foil on this. This one's going to go in the oven. As I said, for 40 minutes it's going to bake. And it'll be ready when hubby gets home from work. But we made our extras. We have our lids right here. These do not need anything put on them. They don't need any foil. They don't need any saran wrap. These lids are airtight. So these are going in the freezer, ready for another meal or two. When I am running behind schedule and I need something fast, this can even come out of the freezer and go right into the oven frozen. It'll take a little bit longer to cook, but it can still come straight out of the freezer. So it's been in the oven for about 40-45 minutes. This is what it looks like. We're gonna put it back in at 425 for about another 10 minutes because I wanna get those tater tots nice and crispy. So we're gonna crank it up to 425. We're gonna give it about 10 more minutes. Then just before it comes out, we're gonna put just a little bit of cheese on top and it's gonna be ready to serve. All right, friends, so here is what our crispy tater tots look like. We're gonna put just a little bit of cheese on top of this and we're gonna put this back in the oven while we get our plates ready. We don't want too much cheese because I don't want my tater tots to go soggy, but we do want a little bit on top for just a little extra. Get a little over in this corner over here. All right, this is gonna go back in the oven and just to melt the cheese. We're gonna put some of this on our plate. And remember, friends, that we made a full recipe. It gave us 3. So we have 2 in the freezer for another meal for another night when we're rushed and we need to get something on the table quick. And we've got dinner for tonight. There it is. Tasty chicken bacon ranch, tater tot casserole, green beans, super fast dinner. We took the time to make the full recipe so we can put 2 meals in the freezer. So we have extra dinners ready to go. This is gonna be tasty. We're gonna go eat this. I wanna thank you guys so much for joining me in my kitchen. Today's we made a quick meal, got 2 extra things in the freezer, so we have things for another busy night, and these are gonna be tasty. If you haven't yet, please subscribe, hit that notification bell so you're notified every time we upload a new video. Make sure you give this video a like, that really helps my channel out, and we'll talk to you guys in the comments. Have a great day, friends, and God bless.